Hello, everybody. I'm Clare Cooley, author, artist. This is the series of live streams about how to find your passion and promote it. I am so grateful to the National Endowment for the Arts and the Minnesota State Arts Board for awarding me a grant to do these live streams. This is the fifth in a series of 15. And this live stream is going to be about content exposure. And we're going to, every live stream, talk about a different aspect of finding your passion and promoting it. It's one thing to do the work you love, and it's a whole nother thing for the work you love to support us. And so as artists, the more we learn about how to promote ourselves, the better. It does not come naturally for me as an artist, author. And for most creatives, the promotion part is not something that comes naturally. So we have to learn it, and I'm learning as I go. I call it growing as we go. And these live streams are really helping me learn things to pass on to you. They say the best way to learn is to teach. So I'm grateful for you all being here and for the grants that I was awarded to do this, and the universe giving me a little kick in the booty to do this, learn it, and share it with you. I really appreciate if you share what you're learning in this regard to promoting our work. And it doesn't just have to be creative work, though that's what I've done all my life. There's all kinds of work. And any of it we want to support ourselves, that if we're doing our own work in this world, then we have to figure out how to promote it, bring it out to the world in a way that they can receive it, appreciate it, and repay us by their attention or purchasing what we have created for them to buy. So let us first say that these live streams, once they're done, they go up on my YouTube channel, which is the Creativity Show. So you can go there anytime, see them again, share them with friends, and I really appreciate the word of mouth promotion. Tell a friend that maybe we'll get something out of this. All us, do your own work, follow your own dreams, do your own passion in this world. We need this promotional help. We can learn from each other. I'm going to share what I'm learning as I'm growing and going, and I really appreciate it if you share what you're learning in the process of finding and promoting our passion in this world. I did this memoir that has over 60 pieces of my art and over 52 stories from my life because so many people asked me to, saying my stories help them to heal and hope. So that's why I wrote the book. And I decided, unlike my first book, the Book of Cranes that was published by a big publisher, my paintings and writing on the 15 species of cranes, this book we decided to self-publish because understandably, publishers want to make money, and having so much art in it, over 60 pieces, and then 40 more photographs from different things I've done in my multimedia career, made it not the price point profit margin publishers want. But for me, it is my life story, and I'm doing it from my heart, and that is most important to me. I would like it to get out far and wide and help as many as possible. And of course, I appreciate people purchasing the book. It's ebook, print versions, or color, which I recommend a couple more dollars it costs because of all the art that's in it. And I didn't want to compromise putting that much art in it because art, the creative reverie that I experience while creating, is how I got through a lot of the tough stuff in my life. And so that was very important for me to share, and also my love and being of nature, my appreciation and respect for this beautiful planet we live on, and my hope that portraying the natural world as I do in my art is a way for me to bring attention to how important it is for us to live in harmony with nature, the environment, to be mindful and respectful and live in harmony with each other. So I needed to honor my vision for this memoir, Incandescence, Rising Above Darkness, to have all that art in between each chapter. So even the difficult stories did go through some stuff. Like every human being, we have pain and difficulty. Um, some of us abuse and neglect, whatever the negativity that we have to rise above. One of the ways I did that was through ruminating on the master designer nature, and going into that safety of creative reverie and that healing expression of emotions. So putting stories in between my chapters, a moment of rest for the reader, is the vision I could not compromise. So now my next book, which I've gotten a grant to do, I was sought out by an independent publisher. So I will be working with an independent small publisher. So I've done the big publisher for the Book of Cranes, the self-publisher for my memoir, and then I will have the experience of the small publishing house. So I'm going to share what I'm learning with you, hoping it inspires, informs you, entertains you, helps you believe in yourself. It is my belief and observation that every one of us has a unique perspective, knows things no one else knows, has wisdom, experience, knowledge that helps the world be healthier, more diverse, more accepting, the more we share our unique aesthetic, our unique information with the world. So the more of us who have the courage and face all the fear and doubt, which I do have to face it all the time. We kind of never get over it as human beings. We just choose to stand up and speak up. Especially for women, it's difficult because the world has been sexist a really long time, and a lot of people are not even consciously aware of how impactful that is, that women are, if we speak up and we're confident, then we're not trusted. And often we're maligned by other women, or, like the wild animal prey for the aggressive males. So there's a lot of reasons, I call it self-organizing sexism, that it's very hard to speak up as a woman in this world, but the world needs us to speak up. It needs that nurturing, protective, inclusive, compassionate energy of females that can happen males, and females can be assertive and aggressive, and males can be nurturing and sensitive. We all, in my opinion, should strive to be whole people and embrace all the aspects of ourselves, not just be like society tells us men are supposed to be or women are supposed to be. And why would any of us have an opinion on who people love? The only thing that is of any value to the world is to have an opinion on who people hate, and to stand up for being loving and embrace the diversity in the world and not be threatened by it. So that's that's my rant for the day. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this content exposure. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, social media is a dynamic and essential part of increasing our exposure to our content, whatever we're creating, by selecting the right platform, optimizing our profiles, crafting engaging content, actively engaging with our followers, and using the analytics to strengthen our strategy, we can effectively expand the reach and connect with a broader audience. And that's what it's all about. And, you know, if we're artistic, chances are we're also sensitive, and we're also what I call us contemplatives. And what I like to say, my son's out here because something's happening.
I'm just interrupting for a moment here, just closing some windows.
He's
one technical moment here where it says we have 100% Wi-Fi, but I'm just noticing a few issues on the stream. It's been going perfect. It just is a little laggy.
All right. Well,
despite assuring us that we have 100% Wi-Fi connection.
Technology, I'm so grateful. My son Bodhi the movie maker, is his YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that he asked me to work with him and named us Mother Son Productions, because the technology, quite frankly, is overwhelming for me, and I'm grateful I don't have to learn all that stuff, that we're a team. Thank you, Bodhi.
You're welcome.
And
I might make some more tweaks in a bit.
he's the technology tweaker. Got nothing to do with drugs. I know that term has been used for confusing drug reference there. But anyway, I'm the all over the place artist. And back to this content exposure, know your audience is what is suggested. And these things I'm sharing with you, we did our research to find these things, and just I love to distill because we're all busy and life is so multifaceted.
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, let me just double check here and see. It's looking like it has to do with the laptop. And let's see if that is in fact the problem by checking how well my stream is coming through. Okay, yeah, it is the laptop. So for our viewers at home, I'm just gonna go refresh your screen. So you're gonna disappear for a moment from the laptop. Would you like to come in here first and continue from in here while I'm doing that?
How long will that take you?
Hopefully just 30 seconds.
Go for it then.
All right, I'll put up a countdown graphic to let people know we'll be back in 1 minute.
All right, we'll come.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna bring her right back, and let's see if I fixed it.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, well, I'm just going to continue with the content exposure live stream. This is the 5th live stream. All of them, once we do them, are up on the Creativity Show on my YouTube channel, so you can go see them, share them with others, even if you can't be here for the live stream part. If you are here for the live stream part, you can ask questions and I get to them as best I can, make comments, and I appreciate both of those things. I really appreciate it when you tell others, word of mouth, and the best way to promote ourselves. Have people that know us or have been exposed to us tell their trusted people. I think nothing's better than that. There's so much falseness, misrepresentation, well, downright lies in this world that the word of mouth from a trusted person, in my opinion, is the best way to go. So please share it with your friends, and let's continue with the know your audience. Is something every research place we've looked at to figure out how to do it for ourselves, which we're learning as we're going, and sharing that what we're learning along the way with you. Everyone says that's extremely important. So identify and tailor your content to their interests and needs. That makes utter sense. Sounds very practical. So consistent branding and strategy, your colors, your scheme, your logo style across the platforms, recognizable, engenders trust. So plan to have that consistent look. And then plan a content strategy that aligns with goals and resonates with your audience. And post consistently, maintaining the content look and a calendar that mixes content types like images, videos, articles, infographics, which are graphs such as that kind of information. So then they have choosing right platforms in our research places to optimize and leverage your social media. The research that you should do to see which platforms are best for you. And I'm going to go through some of the platforms and a little distillation synopsis of what each of the platforms sort of best represents. But include relevant hashtags, which I haven't done yet. There's some parts of this that I'm going to step up to because I'm learning as I go. And I will keep you posted what's effective, what I don't think helps or isn't worth it, because time is a resource we all have to allocate wisely. It's not endless. So the hashtags, we should choose platform audiences to engage with our followers and regularly post, but not overuse hashtags. It gets very spammy. So be deliberate and choose wisely and use them sparingly is the suggestion. Choose the right platforms. So Facebook is a versatile platform with a broad user base. Instagram is ideal for visual content, especially images and short videos. So Twitter is great for sharing short, timely updates and engaging with a community. LinkedIn is ideal for professional content and networking. Pinterest, suitable for visually appealing and instructional content. TikTok, perfect for short, engaging videos, especially if content can be adapted to this format. So choosing which or all of them, if you fit into all of the categories, it's important to think about it and where do you fit. And I choose to try to do well less than try to do a lot, half-assed. So I try to focus my energy. So for me, it's Facebook and YouTube. I will, in time, expand into the others, but one thing at a time, to not be overwhelmed or feel scattered. I value peace and tranquility in my life, so I try not to overdo, just do. So optimizing profiles, ensure the profiles are complete and optimized with recognizable profile picture, engaging bio, and links to, like I have a website and a web store and any other relevant pages. So we've done that part. And search engine optimization. It's a huge category that the last live stream, number 4, I spent the whole live stream talking about that because it's a huge part of this, promoting our work. So you can check that out if you want to see the whole thing, but it's basically, it makes us discoverable by using the relevant keywords, titles, and descriptions so that the search engines can direct the people that our work relates to, the people that are looking for the kind of content we're putting out there. So collaborations is another area of content exposure, and that's basically other creators co-creating content, interviews, and guests on our live streams or whatever content we're putting out there, which is going to happen before this series is done. We're going to have some luminary guests on this live stream series about finding your passion and promoting it. And collaborating with other creators on social media is a good way to partnering with people that have a larger following and can introduce us to a new audience. That's extremely key in expanding our exposure. Engaging with our community. The audience that responds, we should respond to them with comments and questions. And I'm learning how to do this. I've always referred to myself as the friendly recluse because I'm always creating, and that's often a solitary process. And so I have not been good at that, but I'm trying to get better. And we should, we're all a work in progress. And so keep learning, keep growing, keep trying, keep expanding. That is the fountain of youth. And the more we keep trying new things, keep using our brains and our heart to expand the quality of what we're doing, the reach of what we're doing, the better it is for our happiness, our health, and our brain capacity. So keep growing. And it is my opinion that children, they don't have to pay the bills and think of all the duties and responsibilities of life. They often, have a lot more time to play. But the older we get, the more we need play time, creative expression time. So keep it going, keep trying new things, exploring. And this learning how to promote myself is all new for me. And I'm enjoying learning, and instead of feeling bad about myself that I didn't know these things before, I'm just grateful that I'm discovering them and that I have the attitude to keep going and keep growing. So engaging with the community and building a sense of community and connection leads to more exposure. as satisfied followers are more likely to share your content. So there's something beautiful about connecting with people, uh, and I am enjoying learning how to do that. The friendly recluse is learning how to be connected to a larger community, and my inspiration, the core, I guess, vision statement is we all need to increase our hope and hope in the world that we can live in more harmony with each other and with nature. So that's what my life choices and life work is all about. And I love connecting with more people, doing that, appreciating that, needing that, sharing that. So next, they have email marketing. There's a program we've used in the past for emails, which we're going to get more regular at. It's called MailChimp, so your whole email list can be on it easily, and you build your email list, and then you can send the email out to the whole group at once, and MailChimp will even give you analytics on how many opened it, how many responded, those sorts of things, so it can really expedite the process. Utilize visual content, eye-catching graphics, videos that grab the attention and encourage others to share your content is very, very important. Analytics. Most social media platforms offer analytics, tools that can help us by providing insights into the performance of our content. So monitor these methods of getting feedback on, make a data-driven decisions on how to improve our strategy based on the analytics. So promoting live streams, collaborations, cross-promotion can help drive traffic to our profiles, our websites, get names on our email lists, newsletters go out to our YouTube channels, and events can create anticipation and excitement. So those are great ways to promote work. Post stream engagement. After I engage with the viewers, build a loyal audience is a sensible step. Optimizing for mobile. Ensuring our content is mobile friendly for people on smartphones. I'm going to let Bodhi talk about this when I get through the last 3 points on this content exposure list. We'll go back to this, making the content for mobile devices, which almost everyone has now, or many people. Stay informed, stay up to date on the trends and changes in the digital landscape, which is constantly evolving. So the algorithms, features, the user behaviors can evolve rapidly. Being informed is crucial for adapting strategies. So we have to pay attention. And paid advertisement, which I have not done this, and I may at some point. And I'll let you know how effective it was, if I felt like it was worth what it costs. I'm right now feeling really good about people sharing what I do with other people that need to heal, enhance their hope, find their passion, promote it. So I love the word of mouth and the grassroots growing, but at some point, coming up with a budget for promotion to reach a wider audience may be appropriate for me as well as for you. That's our own decision. Create targeted ad campaigns to reach specific demographics and interests. And then the last and extremely important. If any of them were number one for me in these lists, I would say this one is content quality. The quality of the content we put out there is paramount. Once we put it out there, it's out there, and we want to be proud of it on into the future. And once it's out there, even if no one shows up for a live stream, or when we put an event or video out there, it's out there. And then it can continue, and we've seen this happen, continue to grow. My video about how to stencil on clothing and fabric got over 5,000 views, and it didn't happen immediately. And our video about transforming our 100-year-old carriage house into a studio to do art, video, even skate dance in, also got lots of views. And these things can keep going. People can find them, well, years later. So the quality of the content, don't, in my opinion, don't rush to put it out there. Put it out there when you feel good about it, and do it in a way that you'll be proud to look at in the future, look back at, give it your best effort, and give quality to the world that, well, has a lot of shabby content going out there that who needs it? We don't need more chaos, we need more calm. So Bodhi, I'm going to ask you to talk about the optimizing for mobile devices now, if you're ready.
Happily. Yeah. Okay. I will take over the screen here. So as she was saying, optimizing for mobile, which, as you can see, this is what this live stream looks like right now on mobile, meaning a mobile phone. So the live stream is set up in a horizontal aspect ratio landscape, and mobile is, most people hold their phones vertically. People like me who really like to watch movies and stuff and YouTube on their phones will often rotate their phone. But the most common thing that people mean when they say optimizing for mobile is shooting your video in the vertical aspect ratio. And when it comes to like a live stream like this, you can actually just live stream in the vertical aspect ratio by live streaming directly from your phone's selfie camera. It will by default go out to the audience in this vertical aspect ratio. That way you're filling up more of the screen than just this portion here. They can always expand it, but you're still not filling up the whole screen. But that's because it leaves room for the chat here. This is on YouTube. Let me show you what this stream looks like on Facebook. It's the same idea. They've got this horizontal stream up at the top and then the chat down here. So Facebook and YouTube actually prefer horizontal live streams. But for those of you familiar with Instagram or TikTok, they prefer vertical live streams. And let's say this horizontal live stream that you're watching, if I were to put this out on Instagram right now, Instagram by default would just crop the middle portion of the screen so that it would actually turn it into a vertical video. And I've done that before, and I found it very annoying because we like to utilize all this stuff on the sides of the screen. You know, if I bring her in and we're both here, and then Instagram crops it, what you're going to be seeing on Instagram is what's in the center of the screen. It doesn't know that it's cutting both me and her off. So if you're planning to stream on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, which cater to vertical content, think about that in advance. And A lot of times what I do is if we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube horizontally, I will then set up a second device like my phone and turn on the selfie camera and stream directly from that to Instagram. So that's specifically about streaming, but other ways to optimize your content for mobile would be making vertical videos that you post. It's just easier for people to engage with if they don't have to turn their phone. And a lot of times social media is, people are taking their break from work or whatever to scroll through social media, and you want to make it easy for them to engage with and enjoy. And so you have to consider that if there's an extra step to really enjoy your content, even if that extra step is just seems as simple as rotating your phone, that might be a barrier for people who don't have a lot of time right now. And so make your content fit this aspect ratio. Another thing that I've noticed for optimizing for vertical videos is that you don't want to put important things toward the edges of your video. Meaning, if you are framing yourself in a selfie video and you have important text on the screen, bring anything that you really want your audience to be able to see or read into the center of your framing, because sometimes it gets cropped off on the sides. Sometimes when you publish your video, it gets zoomed in a little bit extra, and then the things that you had along the edge will get cut off. Do you have any other questions about optimizing for mobile?
I think you did a really good job on that, and I'm learning as I'm listening to you, and that's, that's how we do it. We keep learning as we go, and if it weren't a discovery process, it wouldn't be as exciting, as inspiring. So be glad to be always learning is the
Yeah.
attitude I try to have, instead of feel daunted by how much there is to learn. Be excited that there's more to learn. So I learn every time I listen to you talk about the technical part of these. So speaking of learning, and are there any questions that we should address this time?
Great question. Let's see. I've been kind of focusing on the technical side here, and I might come and fix your laptop one more time. So do you want to come in here in front of this camera, which is working properly, while I do that? Or do you want to put up another timer?
Um, yeah, I'll come in there, but while you're coming out here, to fix that, I'll talk about that I like to wear a different outfit I've created with my stencil designs every live stream, because I feel like, make your life a little more what you want it to be every day. So I like to have, beautiful, unique art to wear. So I've been doing these stencil outfits. And I'm also extremely grateful that Bodhi has helped me turn them into products that are now, our first one is out as something that can be purchased. The chrysanthemum stencil is an SVG, which means scalable vector graphic. Just learned that. And that means that you can buy it through Etsy and make it any size you want. And we have a little promo video of that that shows some different, there on the screen, you can see where you can go, different ways you can use it. I've used it on clothes, on bags, tote bags, on scarves, on note cards, all t-shirts, elegant jackets. So every live stream I'm wearing a different outfit I've done with stencils and jewelry I've made. And I feel like any way we use our creativity expands our creative confidence. And whether we want to be a writer or a movie maker, a painter, interior designer, it doesn't matter. Creativity is a place where we can step into flow and we express our emotions in a way that stimulates our immune system. We walk lighter on the planet when we use what's around us, and instead of always consuming, we create. So everything is good about it, and any kind of creative expression helps every other kind of creative expression in our lives. And so how about I'll walk in and you come out?
Why don't I just play the promo video for a minute and try to fix, and then
That's
people
a
can
great
actually see the
idea.
outfit you're wearing because they can't see it right now. All right.
Well, they can't see this one, but the promo video is of the chrysanthemum. Go for it.
So you're back live now, and hopefully this is working. And talk.
Hello, can you hear me? Is it working?
I sure think so. I'm gonna go check in here.
All right, he's going back into the video studio behind me and hoping that our technology is cooperating. They are tools that are more complicated than the tools I prefer using, like, paintbrushes, pens, pencils, crayons, carving tools. I love the primitive tools. So is it working?
It does appear to be working from my end.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you want to a couple questions?
Yes, I will. Great. Yes. So Sam asked, how do you find inspiration? You create so much. How can you possibly stay inspired?
Well, there's inspiration all around us all the time. I love it when Bodhi laughs at me when we take our daily walk and I see a stick and I stop and look at that beautiful stick. Oh, he never stops being entertained by my ability to appreciate the simplest things in life, which I feel is a gift. The shape of a leaf, the color of a flower, the light that comes between the clouds, the smell of different foliage, the feel of a breeze. I like to just be present, and ever since I was a little girl, the simplest things intrigued me, and I love to play with the natural objects that I could find anywhere. My mother said that ever since I could walk, we'd go places and I'd put one little stone, I'd look the whole time we were out in an area, and I put one little stone in my diaper to bring back to my treasure box, which was an old cigar box that I found. And so stones, feathers, plants, the simplest things still inspire me. And I feel very grateful for that.
That's great. And Sumner said fixed. Yeah, so we fixed the problem. I can see it's looking a whole lot better here. Okay, Kathy is asking about what are some examples of posts you've made with high what the heck engagement, and I can fill in if you need any help with that.
Yeah, you go for that. That's kind of your
Wheelhouse.
that's your wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to mute her real quick because I can hear myself echoing. So as she mentioned, there was a video we put out that showed a restoration project, and that one got a lot of engagement right away. That's probably one of our top 10 most viewed videos ever, and that just happened like right away. Boom, 15,000 views within a number of days. Lots of shares. And that was specifically a short form vertical video optimized for mobile. And that was a distillation of a previous horizontal long form video that we had made and put out on YouTube. And so going a little deeper on the question we had earlier about how to optimize for mobile. If you've got a long video that's more than 60 seconds, you basically take the most watchable moments out of it and put it together in a short form video. In this case, it happened to tell a complete story. It showed from beginning, before and after of this dramatic transformation, and she was narrating it. So that was a really good video. Another thing that right now on Facebook really likes text posts. They encourage you to post all different kinds of posts: pictures, videos, short form, long form, text posts, event pages. So if you're going to type a text post, like your opinion on something that's happening or a question to your audience, to your friends, there's one key way to optimize that for mobile. Facebook has an option where they allow you to put a color background behind a text post. And I would recommend doing that because it turns what is just a piece of text into kind of a picture. It's this square block of color with then colored text over it. And then I know it sounds simple, but when you take something as simple as a sentence and then you kind of turn it into a picture, it's easier for people to engage with. And adding emojis, as sort of annoying as that can sound, makes it more fun to read. So if you're going to ask somebody like a 3-sentence question, or you're going to put up a 3-sentence opinion, try to put emojis in between the sentences, and it makes it easier to read. Okay, so that was me going off on a tangent there. Do you want to say anything about that before I move on to the
Question. She asks.
No, go ahead.
Great. Okay, so Fred asked, how do you do this video? It looks really good. Yeah.
Well, I let Bodhi do all the technical parts, though I do have opinions. I'm a very visual person, so I have opinions about the lighting or what's in the set. But he's got the technical expertise, so I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah. Well, let me make her bigger. Can you wait? I turned my mic off. Hello, am I there? Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get myself on the screen, but not bigger. There's so many technical things. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm trying to get myself in the corner and her big. It doesn't want it to happen. That's fine. So let's let's talk about her video first. We're shooting hers on an anamorphic lens. We actually have a cinema camera plugged into her computer. And so the video that is coming through that camera is going into the computer, and then we're streaming it live. And let's see if I can make her big so we can really talk about it. You can hear me through the laptop, right, Mom? Okay, great. So like she said, I handled sort of the technical stuff of setting up the camera and the lens and all the optics and plugging it into the computer, which you need some adapters and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But she handled all the sort of set design and decoration. And so composition is much more important than the lens and the technical stuff. So really just taking our time to bring her out of the corner of the room and put the chair more into the center, so we've got some depth. The background's out of focus, the foreground table is a little bit out of focus. We artfully place her memoir next to her, and we got the fire. So all of that comes together to have a really nice, charming, comforting, homey vibe. And I really enjoy bringing the cinematic excellence of the cinema camera and the anamorphic lens to the live stream, because it distinguishes the live stream from others. And like she was saying, you know, quality content, you want to set a high bar for yourself and stick to it. And so your viewers can know there's something special each time they open up one of your posts or your live streams. It's going to be worth their time because you care enough to put the effort into it. And I think, you know, novelty is also important. And not a lot of people use these Hollywood techniques and anamorphic lenses for live streaming. And then let's maximize me here. You know, I'm shooting on my webcam, which most people have. So this will apply to more people who don't necessarily have an anamorphic lens, but making sure to cover all the busy stuff over here that I can't cover any other way with one of my mother's original painted and drawn standing screens that she designed. And then covering the back wall with theater curtains that were donated to us just simplifies this room. And we got a ring light. Usually I'll have a light behind me that's hitting me from behind, gives me a bit of separation and glow, but I don't need that today because it's up on the ceiling. Yeah. And another thing for her, we have a glowing light behind her that's slowly changing colors. And there's just a lot of beautiful stuff in that scene to look at. And another technical thing is we are using a software called Restream, which allows us to stream to multiple platforms at once. So we're sending the same video signal to YouTube and Facebook, and it allows me to switch the cameras and to put on all these different captions and stuff.
Back to you.
Yeah, well, using technology as a tool, and it can be an extremely complicated tool, but now with the options of literally streaming and videoing and photographing from our smartphones, it's made it much more accessible to more people. But using the expertise that Bodhi keeps expanding and extending, learning as he goes about his chosen profession, passion in life is movie making, storytelling. So using these live streams, these granted opportunities that we have to keep improving, keep expanding our skill set is really a gift that we're both grateful for, and optimizing by continuing to learn, grow, and expand our technical tools and share that information with you, hoping to inform, inspire, and entertain you. So it's all very motivating us to keep growing and keep improving what we're putting out there, and know that nothing is ever perfect, and we have to just do the best we can and accept it, because we know we did the best we can and we learned something new. We bring that into the next live stream. So I love living that, being an example of that, and encouraging others to, wherever you're at, start, and whatever you do, you'll get better at. So I was very, well, I still am nervous about getting in front of a camera. It's not easy for me. It's challenging. There's a lot of doubt and fear to face, but I always feel good about facing it and stepping up and speaking up. So here we are.
Fantastic. Well, let me fill in with you can find her memoir, Incandescence Rising Above Darkness, on incandescencebook.com, or you can just type in Clare Cooley on Amazon. It's available at all places where you can buy books, all major bookstores, and you can order it through your local bookstore. It's available in ebook and paperback in both the black and white and color version. You can find her art on clarecooley.com/shop. And you can see these videos anytime on her profile on Facebook, as well as going to her YouTube channel, The Creativity Show, on YouTube. And yeah, please consider going and subscribing there so you don't miss the future videos we put out there. You'll get notified, including the next live stream for her on Thursday at 11 a.m. CST.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it when Bodhi does those informational. Maybe I'll get more comfortable. Maybe it'll even come naturally to me at some point. Maybe it never will, to do the promotional stuff. So I'm grateful to have Bodhi to do that for me, and I'm very grateful if any of you, some of you, all of you share, subscribe, like, comment, ask questions. I'll get to it the next live stream if I don't get to it today. And tell your friends. My joy in life is through creativity, and my fulfillment in life is sharing that with others to help encourage and inform, inspire people to access their own creativity for healing, health, and the health of the planet as well. So let us walk lightly on the planet by creating more, consuming less, using our imaginations to address the challenges we have in the world. The more people are in touch with their imaginations, the more people feel confident to share their creativity, heal themselves, and help others, the better it is for the whole planet. And the more happiness we increase in ourselves, the more we have to share with the world. So, stay creative, keep playing, keep learning, keep growing. That's the stuff. So I think, unless you have another question, Bo, maybe we'll wrap up this one.
I think we'll save the questions for next time because we are at the hour, and you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, been a lot of fun.
Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you to the National Endowment for the Arts and the Arts Board. Thank you, Bodhi, for helping me get this together, and I'll see you guys on Thursday at 11 CST, and every Monday and Thursday for 15 live streams. This was number 5, so and at the last 5 we're going to have guests, some luminaries. We'll keep the surprise until later, but some special folks are going to join us. So thank you, thank you. Bye-bye till next time.
All right, wonderful. Thanks everybody for coming and commenting. We are ending the live stream on Facebook right now. Bye to them. That's over, and now we're going to say goodbye to YouTube.